Alright, we're going to use these burners here to create DVDs with labels. And the first step, and you only have to do this once per machine, is we're going to load the label. So I'm just going to hit escape, and I'm going to push the down arrow down to I think it's 11. Yeah, hard drive setup. We'll also use print setup because this is also a it's kind of weird. And then hit enter, hard drive setup, and then load partition, enter, load new partition. I'm gonna switch hands here so I'm not crossing the camera. We're going to label this for summer, and so use up arrows to get to numbers, or use down arrows to do letters. Okay, so I'm going to use up arrows. You hit enter and it'll go to the next space. And then we just type in the next one and enter, and the next one, and you'll get pretty fast at this. Oops. And for summer we call it 40. And then when you're done, just hit enter so it moves forward to the OK section. And then confirm again. It says waiting for master. And so I push this button to open up the top drawer. This is the only drawer that it will read from. And close it. So it sees that there's a DVD in there. It's creating a partition on the hard drive, the internal hard drive. And it's going to name the partition by the name that we just gave it, 2012-40. We'll need that later when we load the partition for making the DVDs. Okay, so the V for volume, and it tells us how big it is, about 2.8 gigabytes, and it tells us progress. So while that one's working, we're going to come over here and we're going to load label. Print setup, I think, is what we want. It's been a while since I've done this, and so I was just using up and down arrows. Now I'm going to hit enter. Load label. That's good. So hit enter. And it says waiting for master. So again, let's see, what is this one at? It's at 10%. So I put in my CD, which has my label on it. Close it up. And this one's a little different than loading the data. It just creates an instance of the label, and it uses the name of the label. Load all labels. There's only one on the CD, so I can confirm with the enter key. So now it's going to load the label. This label is very small compared to the data DVD, so this does not take very long. It's 30 megabytes. And it spits out the CD to say that it is done loading the label. And continue is fine, and now we're back, and so we can hit escape. And this one's about halfway done at this point. So the next video we'll talk about how to use this device to print and to burn the data and print the label.